What up? I'm sorry, I was just reading. Welcome to this week's Vidotional, one that I'm quite passionate about because it just doesn't make sense to me.
Me neither.
It's called alcohol. I don't get it. Please, somebody, please help me. Help me understand.
Let me just get on my soapbox about alcohol.
Please.
It tastes like funk. Sometimes it tastes like urine. Why drink something so nasty? There's root beer floats.
I love root beer floats. There's nothing
Banana
better than a root
and
beer float.
strawberry smoothie. Coca-Cola, the nectar of the gods.
Fanta for my boy Kofi. Orange, it's gotta be orange.
It's gotta be grape. Everybody knows grape Fanta is the best.
I don't know, grape is too sweet.
No, it's not. It's the best.
Listen, we'll go into Ephesians 5:18. It says, don't be drunk with wine because that will ruin your life. Instead, be filled with the Holy Spirit.
Wait, say what?
Don't be drunk with wine. Instead, be filled with the Spirit.
That new wine.
Somebody. But I'm saying, it just like, why, how is that misinterpreted when it says don't be drunk with wine? I don't get it.
You know, some people think that they can limit their drinking.
That doesn't, no, that's false. That's false. I call your bluff on that. This is why I don't understand it. Luke 4:18-19. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me because He has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim liberty to the captives and recovering of sight to the blind and to set at liberty those who are oppressed. Let me just stop it right there. Okay? Now, as ministers, because this is a major trend going on in ministry, with people just throwing them back. As ministers, how are you supposed to help people out of their oppression? Because really, alcoholism oppresses people. I don't know if you knew that, but alcohol really is a spirit. And so it puts people in bondage. So my question to you is how, as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, are you supposed to help minister people out of that when you participate in drinking alcohol yourself? You can't tell somebody who's in bondage with the demon of alcoholism to quit drinking or just have a couple sips. It doesn't work that way. And so my question to you, ministers who drink, is how does that make sense? It doesn't. Oh, now that I mentioned the ministry, you're thinking like, oh, well, I'm not a ministry, so I can drink. I have not met anybody who drinks that anything good has come out of that. When you drink, it's an escape from reality. You want to go out and get out of your misery. You want to forget about things. There's nothing good that ever comes when you're drunk. Actually, it's the opposite. That's why they call it spirits. That spirit of drunkenness comes in, it debilitates your mind from reasoning correctly. And so when you don't reason correctly, you do stupid things. So you're gonna pop a couple of Coronas and then see where it ends up. You wake up in someone's bed with some nasty next to you and you're thinking like, what did I do? Well, if you didn't drink, do you see where I'm going with this? No one can convince me out of the fact that alcohol is a mocker. There's just no way. There's no way that you can say and have a good enough excuse to think that drinking is okay.
And if you do think it's okay, then you haven't been around people that have been affected with alcohol enough. Because if you knew what it does in people's lives, you wouldn't sip.
Can I interject? Because a lot of people here, I didn't come from a ministry. My father was, he's a mechanic. My mother, she works at a hospital. We never were, we didn't come from a ministry background. And so I went to public school too. And so I've seen people get lit up and it has never been a good thing. And so I've also come to the conclusion that most people who think that drinking is okay have come from ministerial backgrounds. And they haven't really seen what it is to live a life full of poverty, full of bondage, full of drug addiction, sexual abuse, perversion. All of those things stem from alcoholism. And so I just find it interesting that most people that have their stamp of approval with drinking and Christianity have all grown up where, you know, they had a loving home, a loving Christian mom, a loving Christian dad, and they want to facilitate a spot where they feel comfortable in that sin. And it's not okay, because if you really witnessed, if you really understood what it's like not to have God in your life, you would have an aversion to anything that would take people out of God's will. And guess what alcoholism is? That.
It's a destiny destroyer.
Say that again.
It's a destiny destroyer, somebody.
Say
really
say
is.
it one more
It's a foul
time.
devil.
No,
Foul
it
devil.
is. It is absolutely. And when you get drunk, hey, let me pick up a blunt too. And then, oh, let me just shoot up.
Okay. Okay.
I'm telling you, it's just, it doesn't stop there. So please, I'm begging you. This is funny, haha, but I am begging you. If you are drinking, please put the can down. Please. Like, I just don't understand the line of reasoning with ministers that think it's okay when it literally, alcoholism kills people. Every single day, car accidents, people not thinking right, they'll commit suicide. I mean, there's so many things that are, and they're terrible things that are attributed to alcoholism. So please tell me what good comes out of it besides you taking selfies at a bar with a martini. Is that what this is all about? Is for you to look cute? And like you've arrived? Because I just don't see how alcohol plays into that role. So please, somebody help me.
Why would you want it to have anything to do with the same thing that allows people to numb themselves? And then there's people who drink alcohol to numb themselves of their moral compass, of morality.
Correct.
They drink alcohol and then they'll go abuse their kids. They'll go have affairs on their wives. This doesn't make any sense.
Not even a single bit. And you know we're right. People do not get the severity of what it is to be drunk. Why? Because you've been in ministry for 25 years and so you think that everything's just like picket fences and roses? Because they've never really been in a household in the ghetto where they see what it's like. What's it gonna take for you to come and see things the way we see it? Because I don't get it. Why even go towards the line? Why not just abstain from anything that would make you think stupid? How about that? It's crazy. We're all just getting really mad up here. Yes.
Yeah.
We're recording, but we're
venting.
just
This
using
is like
this.
creative process.
Yes, this is a creative thing. And I'm telling you right now that it's making everybody in this room mad.
Yes, it
It's
is.
making everybody in this room mad because we don't really understand why people drink.